Nice guys, listen, okay, so I took a bathroom break after locals today on Sunday. Your boy went undefeated with this deck that you guys are about to see, okay? 12-0, okay? So I went undefeated on Saturday, 6-0 on Saturday. I just went undefeated again today, Sunday. 4-round Swiss, 4-0, went to top 4. Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer with Sword Souls? Oh my God! So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai here. Happy Monday! Guys, it's Monday. Today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new Sword Soul deck profile. Alright guys, this deck is going to take over the entire format, alright guys? With the release of Burst of Destiny, so many new decks is literally coming out, and I cannot wait to showcase you guys the sheer power of the brand new Synchro archetype. This deck is insane. It's explosive. It can make negates. It can break boards. What else can this deck do?
It even slices and dices, makes thousands of julienne fries.
It does everything. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. For those of you here on the channel the very first time, don't forget to that thumbs up button for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And guys, today I am releasing the brand new Tri-Souls playmat. Make sure you guys get it today in the link down below at tx1.com. One of the sexiest playmats I've ever released, so if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your Trio Souls playmat today in the link in the description box below at tx1.com. Alright guys, don't waste any more time. Without further ado, let's start with the brand new top tier Sword Soul deck profile plus combos. Alright guys, let's hop straight into the deck profile. Alright guys, here we have it, the brand new Sword Soul deck profile post Burst of Destiny. In my opinion, one of the best decks to ever come out of a core booster set. So first and foremost, you're gonna play 3 copies of Sword Soul of Moye. She's absolutely phenomenal. One of the best starter cards in the entire deck. The wonderful thing about all these Sword Soul monsters that you're playing in this deck is that they generate you tokens. And the token that these monsters generate are tuner level 4 tokens. So as you guys can see, Moye is level 4, and once she brings out a level 4 token, which is a tuner, you can use level 4 plus the token to make a level 8 synchro, which is absolutely phenomenal. Her ability says that if it's normal summon or special summon, you can reveal 1 Sword Soul card or a worm monster that's in your hand, special 1 token. While that token is in the monster zone, the player who summoned it cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for synchro monsters. So once you have that token on the field, it locks you into only synchro summoning. But that's okay because this deck focuses on synchro summoning, and if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you basically get to draw 1 card. So you can chain block with Moye so much in this deck, so you're never really going to lose to Ash Blossom, right? So Moye, absolutely phenomenal. 3 copies of her. Next off, you're going to play 3 copies of Sword Soul Strategist Long Yen. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's one of the best extenders in the entire deck. Mostly for this deck right here, you have 1 to 3 line of plays depending on the cards that you have in your hand. And Long Yen is one of the extenders that actually helps you get access to another synchro monster on board. What Long Yen does is that you can discard 1 other Sword Soul card or 1 other worm monster to special summon this card from your hand. And once you do that, it's an all-in-one effect, where if that effect resolves when you summon him from the hand, and you're already discarding like a worm monster or another Sword Soul monster, you basically automatically get a special summon token on your side of the field, and the token is level 4, and it's also a tuner. Same restriction as Moye, where you can't special summon anything else other than synchros once that token's on the field. So this card is really good to actually extend your combo plays to get you additional bodies on the board, and to help you get access to your level 10 synchro monsters, because Long Yang is a level 6, generally you need a level 4 token. Long Yan and token gives you access to a level 10 synchro play, which is absolutely phenomenal. So 3 copies of Long Yan is really good. And this card is amazing because this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material. You can inflict 1200 damage to your opponent, which is really good in time, obviously. In situations where you're at, YCS regionals or anywhere you're playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Time can be a huge factor. Having Long Yan's burn ability to pair alongside Chi Chao and also your Cheng Ying is already significant damage on the very first turn when you're pushing for a game against your opponent, right? So Long Yan is just really good for burn and also a great extender in the entire deck. Next off, I'm going to play, of course, double copies of Sword Soul of Taye. This card is absolutely amazing. What it does is that you can banish a Sword Soul card or any worm monster that's in your graveyard to generate you a token. And once you send this card to the graveyard as a synchro material, you basically get to send any Sword Soul card or 1 worm monster directly from your deck to the graveyard. So this card is really awesome to just fill your graveyard, especially if you have the Reborn. You can do a lot of combos with Taie in those certain scenarios, right? But this is one of the third ways you can actually generate tokens in this deck, especially when you're utilizing the monsters in the Sword Soul deck. So Taie is just really good. I think 2 copies of this card is absolutely necessary. Next off, one of the best starter cards in the deck is triple copies of Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous. She's absolutely phenomenal. One of the best cards this deck has ever seen. First of all, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. So she's one of the best cards while going second, which is really, really good. It's a free summon, and once you tribute her, it's a cost of tribute. You can basically tribute her to special summon 1 Sword Soul monster directly from the deck, which is insane, right? So you can dodge a lot of things, kind of similar to Ray, how it's a quick effect. You can tribute her as quick effect to special summon Moye or Taya directly from the deck, which is really, really good. And her last ability comes in handy as well, because during the end phase, if a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand, which is absolutely phenomenal for follow-up plays for the next turn, right? So triple copies of Ecclesia, just basically 3 additional names for all your Sword Soul monsters in the deck, which is absolutely phenomenal. So 3 copies of Ecclesia, absolutely mandatory. Next off, for your other Sword Soul cards you're playing in the deck is, of course, I'm going to showcase you guys this deck profile as an engine, so you guys further understand what cards needs to be played and cards that are mandatory to play in this deck. So I'm going to start off with the Sword Soul monsters and the Sword Soul spells and traps, so you guys understand how the core of the deck works, right? So this card is a roller for the deck. You can add 1 Sword Soul monster directly from your deck to your hand, or if you control a single monster, you can add 1 Word monster directly from your deck to your hand instead. And the spell cards are really good because if these cards are banished using cards like Taie or even Chichao, you can basically modulate the levels of a Sword Soul monster or Worm monster you control, increase or decrease its level by 1, which is absolutely insane. So all the spell cards do that for Sword Souls, which is really, really good. Next, the 1 Reborn, Sword Soul Sacred Summit. This card's a Reborn for the deck, target Sword Soul monster in your graveyard, or if you control another Sacred monster, you can target a Worm monster in your graveyard instead, special summon it. And then same thing, if this card's banished, you can modulate the levels of a Sword Soul or Worm monster, which is really good. And last but not least, we're going to play double copies of Sword Soul Blackout, aka Icarus Attack for Sword Souls. What this card does is you can target 1 Worm monster you control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. This card is broken, and it's also searchable off Chichao, which is really nice. Also, at the same time, if this card is banished, you can special summon a Sword Soul token, and it's level 4, and it's also a tuner, which is really, really good. So essentially another copy of one of your Sword Soul monsters that generate a token, and the easiest way for you to banish this card is off Chichao or off cards like Taya, which is really, really good. So Blackout's insane, one of the best interruptions in the deck, which is also searchable, which is ridiculous, right? Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for the Sword Soul engine. These are your additional engines that support the deck. In my opinion, one of the best engines ever is Fusion Destiny. This card is insane. The reason why I believe Fusion Destiny is a little bit better than Red Eyes Fusion is that you can actually do stuff on a turn you activate Fusion Destiny. Obviously, you can combo off all your plays and end off with Fusion Destiny, which is really, really good. And the cards that you're sending to the graveyard isn't bricks like when you send it off Dragoon, right? So Celestial is insane. This card is a draw 2, which is ridiculous, and also at the same time you play the Dasher as well in your deck. And these cards have so much versatility, and they actually do something other than, of course, Red Eyes and Dark Magician. So getting access to destroy Phoenix Enforcer is just insane. And the real reason why Phoenix Enforcer is such a pain in the butt to deal with is because it keeps coming back, and coming back once you just, you know, destroy it, right? So it's a really hard card to get rid of, and combining yourself with Chichao and Cheng Yang or Berone, literally this engine is just insane, combining off the Fusion Destiny with the Synchro monsters on the field, right? So Fusion Destiny is just absolutely ridiculous. Must play in the deck hands down. Next off, to dig through your deck deeper for combo cards and consistency, triple copies of Pot of Prosperity. Absolutely insane to play in the deck. Next off, you'll play double Crossout Designator. These are my staple cards that I'm playing, so 2 Crossout, and of course, you want Instant Fusion. You don't have to play this, but I felt like I had an exact 38 card deck. You guys can play maybe an Upstart Goblin and also Call by the Grave if you guys would like, but I'm playing a lot of hand traps in this deck, and especially with this format, there are so many decks that are playing the exact same line of hand traps. There are no way that Crossout Designator is not going to hit one of them, right? Especially in the Mirror 2, Crossout Designator becomes insane, and there are so many cards you can just negate with Designator. So card is just absolutely ridiculous. And the Instant Fusion is really good because you summon the Magic Key Fusion, and it's a tuner, which is level 4. Also, at the same time, it gets sent to the graveyard. You can trigger off Ecclesia to just add Ecclesia back for the following turn. Next off, guys, for your going second cards or cards that are just super versatile and have so much utility in this format, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet. This card is insane. Definitely a staple in every single deck. in today's format. It's one of those cards that's going to help you break boards while going second, and this card is just so good. Next off, of course, triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Card is absolutely insane. I pulled it like this, by the way, guys. It had like a this is how I pulled it off the pack. Look at that. Like, no name. Insane. Pretty cool misprint that I pulled from the OTS pack, which was really awesome. But 3 copies of Imperm. Really good, guys. Remember, Crossout can also negate these as well. Next, we're playing triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Surprisingly, guys, I might want to cut out Ash because I feel like Ash is not as good this format. It's a good trade-off, obviously, but in every deck now, you just chain block with Ash, and you can't really Ash anybody anymore. That's why Veiler and Imperm becomes infinitely times stronger in this format, because it doesn't care about chain blocking, right? So triple copies affect Veiler to round off for all the hand traps that you're playing in this deck right here. I think the main deck is super duper solid. Let's go on with the extra deck real quick. Alright guys, let's go on with the extra deck real quick. We're gonna go, of course, double copies of Chichao and 1 copy of Chengying. Chichao is insane. It's a Rhoda once you synchro summon into it, which is really good. You search any Sword Soul card directly from your deck to your hand, and during either player's turn, you can banish 1 Sword Soul card or War monster from your hand or graveyard, then target 1 other effect monster on the field, negate its effect until the end of its turn. And combining Chichao with Chengying is insane because Chengying says if a card is banished, you basically get to banish 1 card from each your opponent's side of the field and graveyard. So it's like a mini Trishula, which is really good, right? And it's going to take a lot of effort for your opponent to out this card. If this card be destroyed by card effect, you can banish 1 card from your graveyard instead. So within itself, you can trigger off its effect. And for each banished card, this card gains 100 attack and defense, and monster opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? So having this card on the field is really hard for your opponent to actually deal with, to pair off alongside with Chichao, right? Which is really good. So that's it for the 3 main. Next, of course, we'll play double copies of Baxia. This card is ridiculous. A lot of people play 1, but I feel like 2 Baxia is just so good in the grind game. This card is ridiculous. Like, one of the best cards to just disrupt everything. Baxia, you guys must play 2 copies of this. Like, I'm a huge advocate of 2 Baxia. And of course, the 1 Yazi. Your opponent can't target it, so he can't Veiler, can't Imperm. Like, Yazi becomes absolutely insane too. And you can easily special any War monster directly from the deck, which is nice. So this card right here clears boards, and Yangzing also helps clear boards as well. Next off, of course, the 1 Dragite, just generic level 8 synchros, aside from Lord Omega, and last but not least, Crimson Blader. Every Sword Soul player must have this in your extra deck, because it's really good against the mirror. You summon this, attack into the monster, and then they're locked from synchro summoning, which is really good. So Crimson Blader is nice. Next, the Berone, the Fleur. Card's amazing, this card's godly. It's a level 10 monster, you can easily make the Long Yen, and also the token. Next, of course, the Rudy Rose, really good against Eldritch, banish all their traps from the grave, which is really amazing. So, card's really nice. I love Rudy Rose Dragon. This card's amazing. Next, of course, the Shooting Riser Dragon. Card's in here for side deck purposes because you're side decking Token Collector, so you can easily just send Token Collector to the graveyard using Riser Dragon, and then Token Collector is like a disruption against the mirror, which is really good. Next off, of course, the 1 Magic Key Beast. I'm not going to pronounce its name because I'm going to butcher it, but anyways, this card's only purpose is level 4 Tuner, which you can special summon off Instant Fusion, which is ridiculous. Next, of course, the Verte Anaconda, and of course, the Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, the God card himself, to round off for all the monsters that you're playing in the extra deck. Let's go on with some of the combos you guys can do with this deck real quick. Alright guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video. I'm going to showcase you guys some bread and butter combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck. Honestly, I want to try to go as simple as possible for those of you who are trying to learn the deck. This combo tutorial is going to be the combo tutorial for you. By the way guys, quick announcement. If you guys haven't gotten the brand new Souls playmat, make sure you guys get it today in the link down below at tx1.com. This is my brand new release for November. So if you guys want to help support the channel, get this beautiful playmat today at tx1.com. So all you need is literally Sword Soul's Emergence, and you pretty much have your first turn level 8 synchro. So first and foremost, you're gonna activate your Sword Soul Emergence. What this card does, it lets you search a Sword Soul monster directly from your deck to your hand, which is gonna be the Taiye. Super duper simple. Now you can normal summon your Taiye. You can banish the Emergence that's in your graveyard. It summons you a token. And it's a level 4 token, which is also a tuner. Now you can synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard. Summon your Chichao, and then you can chain block, which is really good. So you can go chain link 2 Taiye, and then of course your chain link 1 Chichao. This card's gonna dump your Moye to the graveyard. And now Chichao is going to search Blackout directly from your deck to your hand. There are so many different ways for you to combo in this deck, but it just depends on the cards in your hand, right? Most of the combos rely on you to have a combination of 2-3 cards. Like Moye on its own cannot even combo off because she needs a card for you to reveal that's in the hand. But Taye itself already is one of those cards that helps you get access to your first turn synchro by just using the emergence, right? So you can get Blackout right here. This is like a negate and also 2 pops, so it's like 3 disruptions, which is really, really good. So from this point, let's say you had like a Long Yen that's in your hand. If you already have Blackout, you can search something else, which is really good. So I'm gonna show you guys different scenarios on what you can do from this point forward, right? You can even search the Reborn, which is really nice, and then you can just go summit, summon Moye. You can reveal the Blackout or even the Long Yen or any other SWORDSOUL card that's in your hand. You can reveal it, special summon the token, which is really, really good. And now using Moye and also the token, you can make another level 8, which is either a Dragite or a Cyframe Lord Omega. That's pretty much it for just a very standard 1-card combo. 1-card combo will just get you this, which is really good. But if you already have this in your hand, okay, you can just search Reborn and then just bring this back and then just reveal this, and you have basically Dragite and also the Blackout. Second combo is going to be, of course, Moye and also the Long Yen. What you're going to do is you're going to normal summon Moye, you're going to reveal the Long Yen that's in your hand, okay? You're going to special summon the token, alright? Special summon the token on your side of the field. Now what you do next, super simple, you're going to synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard, okay? You're going to summon, of course, into Chichao. Now you're going to chain block. Chainlink 2 Moye, chainlink 1 Chichao. Moye is going to draw you a card, which is amazing. So you're going to draw 1 random card. Chichao is going to get the effect of search. You can either search a Blackout, which is really good. Or for this scenario right here, what I would do is I'd probably search another SWORDSOUL monster. And then what you can do is that you can just send anything that you search off the Chichao to summon the Long Yen. Gets you access to an additional token, Long Yen, and also the token. You're going to single summon into either Berone de Fleur, or you can summon into your Cheng Ying on the very first turn, which is really, really good. So it's either or, whatever you have access to right here. You can either summon Berone or, of course, the Cheng Ying. And then, of course, Long Yen will trigger out its effect to do 1200 burn damage, which is really good. So you drew 1. You have a level 10 monster on the field. For this instance, I'm going to go Berone. Berone is negate. This card's negate. But this card right here, if you summon Cheng Ying instead of Berone, you can actually banish something. Once you banish something, you can trigger off this card's effect that just pops something on the field. Alright guys, let's go on to the last combo. I want to showcase you guys what happens if you draw Moye, Long Yen, and also Taye in your first turn opening hand. For this combo, I want to showcase you guys what you can do in the mirror match, especially post-side decking with Token Collector. Remember guys, this deck is going to be insane. Everybody's going to be playing this deck alongside Flunderies and of course Lyralists, Tri-Brigades, all that type of deck. And this is the best way to set up Token Collector for the mirror match, alright guys? So what you can do is super duper simple. You're going to Moye, okay, you're going to reveal, of course, the Long Yen that's in your hand, or the Taye, it doesn't matter. Basically, special a token to your side of the field. And now using these 2 right here, you're going to make a Chichao, which is really nice. Activate Chichao, activate Moye. Moye is going to draw you 1 random card, and Chichao is going to search your Secret Summit directly from your deck into your hand, which is really, really amazing. So you're searching this off Chichao. Now what are you going to do next? Now what you do next is super simple. You're going to activate, of course, Long Yen's effect. Send Taye to the graveyard. Special Long Yen. This card generates you another token, which is really good. Now using these 2, okay? You can make either the Berone or you can make the Cheng Ying. It doesn't matter. Now you next, super duper simple. You can activate your summit. This is in your hand. You can activate your Secret Summit. Special summon Taye. Activate Taya's effect. Banish the Secret Summit that's in your graveyard to summon a token. Now what you do next is super duper simple. Is that you're going to trigger off your Secret Summon. Since it's banished, you're going to target the Taye. You're going to reduce its level by 1. So its cards are level 7. So now using Taye and also the token, which is level 4. Level 3, level 4 is level 7. You're going to synchro summon into your Shooting Riser Dragon. Once Shooting Riser comes out, you're going to activate your Shooting Riser's effect. You're going to dump your Token Collector to the graveyard. This card becomes level 3 now. Now you have a floodgate with Token Collector, which is absolutely insane, right? So if your opponent summons a token, you can summon Token Collector side of the field. It will just blow up every single token. And also at the same time, you can actually quick sync with these 2 as well, which is really good. It gives you access to level 7, which is Yazi, which is really nice if needs be. So So you guys saw the combo, how you get access to Token Collector using Shooting Riser Dragon, which is really good. For the exact same amount of play, I'm going to showcase you guys on where we left off with Chichao and also Berone de Flare. What you can do is that when you search the Sacred Summit, right, you can activate your Sacred Summit. You can special summon Tai, that's in your graveyard. And then, of course, you can banish, use this effect to banish the summit that's in your grave to special summon a token, obviously, which is really, really good. Summon a token. Now you can choose to either modulate a level of the token, or of course your Tai, you can either increase it to level 5 or make it level 3. If you choose not to, which you can, this becomes level 4. This is still level 4. Of course, this is a water token. Obviously, you can synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard. You can either make Omega or the Dry Guy, because the token is a water token, so you can summon a Dry Guy, which is really good. So that 3-card combo gets you access to 3 synchro monsters on the field, which is really, really good. Especially backed up with like Blackout, you pretty much just win the entire duel. It's like 5 disruptions right here, which is really, really good, right? Also ties and gets affected dump. You can easily just dump like the Blackout to the graveyard, which is really, really good. So that way that if you have any ways to banish this, it gets you access to another token. That exact same combo gets you access to these, or gets you access to Shooting Riser alongside with Token Collector. Like having a Blackout with this board right here is just absolutely insane. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for all the basic combos that you can do with this deck. I recommend you guys playtest this deck. There are so many different variations of the deck. There's a 10U version as well, which I'm definitely going to explore. But this is the deck I've been playing for the past couple months. I think it's super duper awesome. This Heroes and Flunderies are going to be the 3 decks I test the most this entire format. So I'm liking the way this deck functions. I love how the deck works. It's a mid-range deck, but I feel like it's not as combo heavy like, you know, like certain decks like Pens or Goki or things like that, right? But I feel like this is the best deck this format. It's gonna be absolutely strong. And yeah, let me know your thoughts about this deck in the comments below. And make sure you guys get your playmats today at tx1.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Always, this is your boy Sam from TX1 Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.